You're listening to the Rhythm and Brews podcast, where we occasionally have guests, we definitely have a brew, and we always talk R&B. This is the Rhythm and Brews podcast. What's going on, people? Welcome to episode 2 of the Rhythm and Brews podcast. You are locked in with myself, Leader Tane.
And I'm Nemo, and today we have a special guest.
Oh, none about special, but Marly Marl, Marly B, however you want to call me. Glad to be on the show with my cold brew.
A cold brew, guys. Do you need a cookie for your cold brew?
Oh, I don't know if that's going to taste any...
I'm having a cookie.
You do that.
What is your brew?
It was ginger. It's cold ginger now.
Your kind of guy.
My kind of guy.
You got to have a cold ginger? You got to have a hot ginger in the winter, but unfortunately mine's gone cold, so...
What about your drinks? Sorry.
That was a bit PG-13 for me.
Sorry. Well, we've got some ginger chocolate here as well, if you want. There you go. Something that might interest you for later.
Greens and blacks.
Yeah. Well, more because it was ginger. But. Marlon, welcome to the show.
Cheers, man.
We're here to talk about R&B music and drink tea.
Cold tea.
Yeah, cold tea if you're that way inclined. A big topic at the moment that has been kind of going round that I thought might be a good place to start. I want to get your opinions because this is a real interesting topic, and I think it's one that the masses look at and have an opinion that I personally don't think is entirely accurate. I'll get into that in just a moment. But the person at the forefront of this at the moment is Sinead Hartnett. Right, so she's put a video out on socials. You've both seen it.
Yeah.
So she's talking about the difficulties that she's faced with labels, right? And she's not the first, she won't be the last to talk about the challenges of, and you know, we hear different things from different people, but specifically with her, she was talking about not owning her masters, not getting the money that she deserved. She also mentioned that she wrote a lot of the music and wasn't paid. So we're kind of like delving into lots of different areas with that. Instinctively, when you see a video like that, what's your take?
I find it so sad.
Yeah.
I find it really terrible how they can take advantage of artists like this. I mean, was it at the beginning when they were signing the contracts? Were they naive to it? Did they not know? Should they have lawyers present? It's just, it raises a lot of questions, and the ethics of it all is just a bit...
Oh, the ethics are mad.
I just find it's so sad. I find it such a sad situation.
Yeah, I think obviously sort of from looking from the outside, you know, you've heard this stuff go on for years, and you know what lessons are being learnt from those previous examples. One of the first examples that come up to my mind is what happened with TLC. They're one of the probably the biggest bands that, to my knowledge, that have had something similar happen to them. So it's, you know, is it a case that, you know, once you get your breakthrough, you're that young, and you know, there's an element, I think you mentioned it, maybe some naivety in there as well, or you know, are you put around people that's, you know, you're told you can trust, and in actual fact maybe you can't trust. So yeah, I think that's something that needs to be looked into the industry for sure.
Yeah. So the reason why I kind of like started this conversation in the manner that I did is because I do think there's elements that people maybe just are unaware of when it comes to labels, right? So let's look at it like this. Someone signs for a label, an artist signs to a label.
Yeah.
Often, historically, that then means, as we kind of discussed before, they get a push, right? The push is not free. But everything to that artist suddenly becomes free. Free beats, free studio time, free engineering, free writers if there are writers involved. All the pushes that happen, whether it's like interviews on TV, performances here and there, all of those things.
Push, all those kind of things,
marketing, all of that just suddenly happens and becomes free, right? Labels don't do that for free.
Yeah.
What they do is, then, historically, is they will take their money back as soon as you start earning the money back. So let's say, boom, you get a song, hit single, it's out there, it's doing crazy numbers, biggest song of the year, and it's earning money.
Yeah.
But you're like, I'm not seeing any of it. It's because ultimately you haven't paid back what you owe yet. And that's kind of like, that's the reality of it. Is it right? I think a lot of artists maybe don't, like, you use the word naivety, one of you said about like kind of go into it. Are they aware that that's how it's going to work? But realistically, now I'm not speaking specifically about Sinead Hartnett's situation. I'm speaking generally. Labels put money into an artist, they gamble on them because it's like, will we get our money back? And a lot of the time they don't. But ultimately that's what they're there to do. They're there to get their money back and then some.
Yeah.
How they go about it is the next conversation.
So then are we kind of talking like a loan with interest? That kind of conversation.
That's a very good way of putting it. Producer man JK, I'm going to bring you into the conversation. Would you say that how I've kind of phrased that is relatively in line with your understanding of how it would work?
I think so. The term they like to use is recoup. Labels need to recoup any advances or any money that's outlaid to an artist for a given project or the contract that they've signed. So that's pretty spot on. A lot of the times labels will outlay a massive marketing budget, and also you also need to speak separately about publishing as well, because those are two separate industries in a way. Your label might front you in advance, but you also get a publishing advance as well, and you need to recoup on both sides. Until you do, you won't, as an artist, you don't see any money. So it's tough.
It's a tough one. And I think that's why, like, again, I phrased it the way I did, because I think to the general public who will receive a video like Sinead Hartnett's, and she's not the first, won't be the last, the general public will look at that and be like, that's disgraceful. There is more to it. But however, with her situation specifically now, she's talking about not owning the masters. Okay, again, something that a lot of labels do try to do is own the masters, rightly or wrongly. I would imagine it's contractual. So therefore it comes back to that conversation about, are you ill-advised by the people who told you to sign, or were the right people not around, or anything like that?
Was that just a condition of signing onto the label?
Potentially, but I would she have understood what that meant at the time? Would they have even read those fine prints to know that, is all those kind of conversations is speculation, I guess, at the end of the day. But then the other side to it is, I think she specifically mentioned that she had written things but wasn't down as a writer, which is stealing. And a further point that she made was that actually the masters were then given back to her, but she didn't see the money because she wasn't told. Again, not right. So her specific issue there is challenging. And I think one that in more recent times, TLC is a great shout. One in more recent times that kind of is similar in having issues with labels was Ray. Okay, it was super highly publicized that she had major issues with her label. She got free of it. I guess the contract ran out. And then she goes on to then make an album that she wanted to make. Because prior to that, she was on dance tracks, house tracks and stuff. And that's not where she wanted to be. If I had to guess, I would assume that the label paid for a lot of things, gambled on her. The gamble didn't pay off. They had to get their money back somehow. So they started pushing her in a different direction. To be fair, I'm not a house man, but the songs that she was on, it worked. It really did work. I'm not saying she should have stuck with it, but it worked. And the songs took off. So they probably then start to get a bit of a return on investment, which is what they were after. So again, it's difficult. Like, I would lean towards siding with the artist, but I think there's a lot more than meets the eye to the average person.
The question I've got is, like, how long does it need to go on So after you've signed your deal and you've done all of this, like for example, I think it was a couple of days ago where they were doing the Hall of Fame induction, and I think Salt and Pepper actually came to the stage and said, "We don't own our masters."
Yeah, I saw that.
I would imagine historically, almost all of these artists don't.
Yeah, how long has it been?
A lot of shady deals in the 90s.
100%.
Sure.
And because now, if you think about current artists, because of all this, and especially with social media as well,
Yeah.
a lot of up and coming artists are no longer wanting to get signed. That used to be the dream, right?
Yeah.
To get signed. Now I think artists aren't thinking that. And we've seen so many stories of artists who have gone on to... I mean, even Drake, like when you think of someone of that size, went on to like... I think he, says in some of his songs, he nearly won a Grammy off a mixtape. No label, no nothing.
Yeah.
It shows it's possible. And now more and more artists, especially in the UK, are veering away from labels because you can actually work with individuals or small teams and stuff like that doesn't require you to sign your soul away. To still get the right pushes and like the publishing or the writers or the production or the studio time, like or just some funding.
I guess a big part of it is how much social media has opened that avenue up.
Absolutely.
Like you can, if you've got something that catches, TikTok will have you, blown in under a week, and then that brings the attention from the labels to you rather than you having to, dance for them kind of thing.
For sure. And the other side is, if you're not going down a label route, how is everything being paid for, assuming it's being paid for? So studio time, paying your engineers, paying your producers if they charge for beats and stuff like that, paying for so many different things that need to be paid for to realistically get your music properly heard. And then if it is coming out of your own pocket, how do you get the money back? Because now with streaming services, the way that they are, you're not getting bucks like maybe once upon a time. So there's that side of it. So it's kind of like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, there's a risk with everything, isn't it?
There's a sacrifice there as well. It'd be interesting to get maybe an artist that might be going through something similar on the show as a guest, just to kind of tell us their experience as well. That'd be quite a good shout. But yeah, I'd be very interested to see what that looks like, whether they're, whether it's like one of those stories where they're doing a job in JD or they're working in a restaurant and then they're saving that money and then using that money to pay for their studio time, etc. Yeah, it'd be good to understand that journey.
Of streaming services, right? How many can you name off the top of your head?
Three. The big three.
Apple,
Tidal.
Yeah.
Would you
Any others?
YouTube and Amazon. Amazon have got theirs as well. Yeah. That's five.
There is a lot. TikTok is actually another one, as is Instagram or Meta. They are all considered, because obviously if you like tag a song in your video or whatever, you can get paid off them. What do you think?
What about Shazam? Is that not? Do you count that or not?
I don't count that.
Think so.
No.
I don't think it counts. There was some documents recently posted. You might be able to dig them out on who pays what in terms of streaming services, because it's not a flat fee. SoundCloud's another one.
And there's
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp's another one, and Bandcamp is exceptionally good, and most artists want to release on Bandcamp, and the reason is you can set your fee. So let's say I release an EP tomorrow. I can say, if you want to listen to it, you can purchase it like you used to. You can purchase your digital copy for £5, or sometimes people just say you can put your own number in there, and that money goes direct to the artist.
Oh, really?
So Bandcamp is a superb concept and idea. There will be fees in there for sure, but it's still, the vast majority of that goes to it. Now, I've made music myself. I can tell you, just from my own personal experience, getting people to listen to your music is one thing. Getting them to outright pay for music in this day and age is a whole different thing. Like, you need a real following, I think, to achieve on that. But who, or at least of those bigger ones, who do you think pays better? Like, or if you had to say, I reckon they pay the worst, I reckon they pay the best.
I think, I'll be really honest with you, I think Spotify pay the worst, and I think Tidal probably pays the most.
I don't know if you have numbers, but I'm pretty certain that's fairly accurate.
Yes, we're accurate. So Tidal is top on average payout per stream. It's 0.0128.
It's too many zeros, man.
Yeah.
That's too many zeros behind the point. Like,
I won't go through all
let's
of
move that
them.
decimal.
But in order, it's Tidal, then Apple, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube Music, Pandora, and then Deezer.
I forgot about Pandora.
Deezer.
Yeah, Deezer's a bit more of a, I think that's more kind of leaning into the electronic music scene. I think it's a bit more popular in that kind of house trance kind of world. You're not going to find R&B artists choosing, but when an artist wants to upload to streaming services now, it's so much easier than it used to be. There are services like DistroKid and many others where you pay either a yearly subscription, or you can pay per release. You pay to submit, and then, as per the name, it distributes far and wide. So that will be your Spotify's, Apple's, Tidal's, but also your Deezers and Pandoras, or maybe some others you've never even heard of. You're covered across all bases. But again, it costs.
Yeah.
And how do you get the money back?
Do you think that that Spotify is cheap because its popularity?
Cheap in what sense?
Like they don't pay enough. They don't. Well, I'll say not enough.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't pay as much as Tidal, but in comparison to people who actually use Tidal and people who use Spotify, I think there's a big difference in between. Do you think?
I think when it comes, I was gonna say how many users are there for Spotify, and compared to Tidal and all of that, because the more users, the more ears reach your music, the more, how do they pay? Because I listen to songs on repeat, so do they get paid every time I listen to the song on repeat? And if that's the case, how many millions of people are listening to songs on repeat who use Spotify? And if they were to up there, obviously they would be losing out on money.
It just depends, isn't it?
Yeah.
Spotify is the most used service in the UK, but in America it's Apple.
Okay.
Apple Music is the most popular.
Yeah.
And as per the figures, Apple pays better than Spotify to the artist.
Yeah.
Here, I don't know what the subscription fee is for Apple, but I don't think it's as much as Spotify. I might be wrong. Tidal, however, is relatively expensive.
It's actually
for a user.
But is that why?
But they pay better.
Yeah.
But I will say, having used Tidal, because Tidal is I'm not going to go into it, but Tidal is very useful for a DJ. You can link it with some softwares and stuff like that to do mixes without owning the music.
Yeah.
Different conversation. But so I've paid for Tidal, and then I've kind of looked and thought, well, if I'm using that for DJing, why don't I just use it as my primary listening service?
Yeah.
It's because it's trash.
Is it not user friendly?
It's not user friendly in the same way. So I mean, if I search for a song, right, and there's a typo.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, I typed D'Angelo and I forgot the apostrophe.
Yeah.
It will produce no results.
Oh.
Right.
It's like that
not
type
user
of thing.
friendly.
Not user friendly at all. So if you're not bang on with your spelling, it doesn't pop up straight away. Spotify is far more intuitive. Their systems are obviously just far more learned, if you like. Tidal, I also find like there's a big thing about Tidal, like the sound quality being better, but that's now a paid extra. So if you can pay for like your service, and then you can pay for, I think they refer to it as like lossless music or something like that, at an add-on price.
Right.
Generally the user functions I don't find as clean as Spotify. I think Spotify has things going for it that are very good, like your release radar. I don't know if you guys use that, but that I think is the first thing on a Friday. I have a look on my release radar. There's also the New Music Friday. Tidal doesn't do that in the same way very well.
I'll mention something very obviously very popular that Spotify do.
You said doo-doo.
I said do.
Yeah.
Tidal, do they do a rap?
Not in the same way.
So they've cornered the sort of social media aspects of
Spotify Wrapped
Spotify
is
Wrapped.
huge.
Yeah, it's
Apple
massive.
Music have now done their own
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But as a UK consumer, when I see people like being like, here's my Apple Wrapped, I'm like, who uses
Who
that?
cares?
But at the same time, they're probably better than me because I'm using Spotify all the time.
Yeah.
But Tidal is not. Yeah, I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tidal was like the Jay-Z. Is that right?
Yeah, he started it with I think it was Jack Dorsey from Twitter. Yeah, but it was Jay's
And the idea of Tidal was it was more friendly to the artist,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
yeah. So
Better
artists
sound,
could
better pay.
better pay.
Yeah,
That's what the big push was about. Artists are getting paid more
yeah.
to be on that streaming service.
But to be fair, like when you look at the numbers, it's not like wildly more. Like it is more. There's no two ways about it. It's better. But we're not talking about like going back to the years of like CD sales and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I've got some numbers here. So Spotify, on average, for 1 million streams, will pay out £3,000 to £5,000. Sorry, dollars here, right? So that's Spotify, 3,000 to
1 million
5,000
plays, by the
for
way.
1 million streams. Whereas Apple will pay an estimated between 8 to 10,000.
So it was what
Per
three
million.
3 to 5.
Yeah, 3 to
That's
5,
so that's
8
quite
to 10.
a jump.
But then Tidal's is the most with up to 13,000 for
Okay,
1 million
fair.
streams.
All right, fair. That is that. But we're talking 1 million streams here.
Yeah.
But to the average like up and coming singer who might hit like 10,000 songs
Yeah.
on their song,
You're talking pennies.
it's pennies.
Yeah.
Like difference.
Let's look at maybe 5 artists that have hit 1 million streams on these. Maybe we can quickly search some 5 artists that have hit 1 million streams. For example, obviously Drake's up there. 'cause-
Drake.
Oh,
Yeah.
but,
But those guys are
those
doing
guys are
billions.
doing billions.
They're doing billions.
Or like
yeah.
hundreds of millions at least.
Yeah.
So they're the only ones that are earning,
Yeah.
really. But even that, they're not happy.
Yeah.
Because it's still like, what do you say? Like 1 million streams is like on Tidal, which is the best,
13.
is not even 15 grand for
Yeah.
1 million streams.
Yeah.
You know how much a million is?
Yeah.
Like,
It's crazy.
That's not gonna pay their light bill.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's not.
What is that?
That's not annual salary. No, that's nuts.
That's why a lot of artists, they just got to hit the road. Touring is how they really make their money.
And
It
that's
is.
and that's
That's
why
true.
most of us in the UK have been this broke in the last year because
Trust me.
everyone has come over. Like I don't. We talked about it.
Facts.
We were like, why are they
What's
all
going on?
touring?
They're all here.
What do they
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
that we don't?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we thought that the world was coming to an
Even
end.
like
but
even like the legacy acts like the Boys to Men's, Tony Braxton's, we're going to the concert. They're here in December.
Mm.
But they're
They-
constantly touring.
They've been doing that though most years,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've
have
announced
to.
another one
Yeah.
with the new edition.
Yeah.
the tours are the only way that they turn around. And how long is it before that changes? Because realistically, concert going has not really changed that much. In, you know, it's still quite straightforward. Like you buy a ticket, you go to venue,
Yeah.
you enjoy song. Like everything else has changed.
Yeah.
Like everything else has changed, like in terms of the way that you listen to music, the way that you don't really purchase music anymore. I wonder like how much the film industry, like how their earnings are with the likes of Netflix's and so on and so forth, because it's the same concept, isn't it? You can buy films, you can still own them. I don't know if many people do, but most people stream in the same way.
Content.
Now it's not the same numbers. You're not gonna like you said, if you like a song that's getting banged out, you alone might hit, you know, however many hundreds of streams on a individual song, which you wouldn't do on a film.
Yeah.
But how are they affected? Is streaming like taking money out of someone's pocket in the same way that music is? Because you don't hear it, do you?
No.
Like you don't hear those stories like you do. Like everyone knows that Spotify sucks when it comes to paying people. So
It's difficult because I don't really know the movie or film industry as well, but you'd think that the artists, they're getting paid a set amount regardless of whether the film does well or not. They might have like percentage on if the film does.
Yeah, the
crazy.
actor's already been paid.
The actors are already getting paid. Well, for music, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, I'll throw a theory out there. I don't know for sure. I mean, you know, if when maybe they do a Netflix movie and it reaches the top 10 or a certain place in the top 10.
Yeah.
Because there's certain films that, you know, they're out for a few days and all of a sudden it's in the top 5, you know. Maybe they get some
Performance bonus.
Yeah, performance bonus.
Yeah. Goal scoring bonus type of thing.
It's literally that.
Yeah. You hit that top 10, we give you extra. Yeah.
But saying that, would it... So you've got these shows that are on repeat, like, you know, like The Fresh Prince, and people still earn from that.
Yeah. So those
residuals. Be the same.
Yeah.
Residuals.
Literally, that's what it is.
Sounds like a plug for an artist, that one.
Yeah, trust me. He's got a new album coming now, Breezy.
Yeah.
Is this just going to be okay? I was gonna throw shade, but and say, is this going to be another 45 track album?
100%. I was thinking this.
But
I hope not.
The theory is though,
please, Breezy.
Is this the album that he said is like a cut down, or was that the last?
That was the last one. I think 11.
Oh yeah, it was called 11. There was about 40 tracks on it. Miss me.
11 songs released in the 11th month.
Yeah.
I couldn't
times 3.
Yeah.
Listen, Breezy has, he's, from my perspective, Breezy's done what he needed to do. He's seen the future of how music is playing out and on these Spotify's and streaming websites, and he's tried to monopolize that as much as he can, because obviously Spotify, it builds familiarity with the music you listen to. And I don't know how many songs Chris Brown's got out there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You listen to 3, all of a sudden, if you go past your playlist and it goes into a suggested zone,
it's Chris Brown.
It's Chris Brown. Or it's a Chris Brown feature. Or it's Chris Brown doing another album. And all you're constantly listening to is Chris Brown.
Producer man JK.
Yo.
I don't know if this is possible to find this information out.
Yeah.
But whilst we're talking about this, I would love to know if you're able to find out how many songs Chris Brown has on Spotify.
Oh, right.
Right,
okay, should we take a guess?
Yeah, let's take some guess. I'm going to say about... including features as well, by the way.
Individual tracks.
Yes.
Individual tracks, including features. I'm going to go about 305. Random. What?
305? I was thinking my shout was going to be about 350, but I do feel like that's wild.
I think it's about 280.
280, 305. I'm going to play the game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go 230.
You guys are way off.
What? See?
So this is AI has done its thing.
Yeah.
Total tracks 691.
What?
Lead solo tracks 400 and
That can't be right.
featured tracks 291.
Okay, so we're going back to run it Chris Brown.
And here's me
Until
thinking
today.
I
was
know
thinking
all
like
these songs.
300. I was like,
I
no,
know
we're being
all the
silly.
songs. I know all the songs.
All right, name all 600.
Go.
But that's exactly what I mean. Like, you know, the intelligence in Spotify, once it starts getting into your suggested and you've been listening to Chris Brown.
It's a very valid point.
Forever Chris Brown.
Yeah, pardon the pun.
One, two, three, four.
And also, he's catered to all markets in that.
He has.
He really has.
He absolutely has.
You know, with the Euro trash vibes that he went down, that targeted a different world. He's got the party vibe.
Yeah.
He's got the deep cut R&B.
And I would say he's transitioned very well into what people listen to today.
Yeah.
Especially these songs.
He's stayed relevant.
Yeah, he's done that really well.
There's always the comparisons with the likes of like Usher.
Yeah.
Is it Breezy? Is it Usher? The big argument, if you're a Breezy fan, is he's stayed relevant. Usher is, love him to death, but more of a legacy artist.
Yeah.
Like realistically, there's still songs here and there.
Yeah.
But not like what Chris Brown does, like where he breaks the internet with songs nowadays.
He stayed relevant for, like you said, for the young audience. Now I think Usher's music has transitioned with his age and maturity and stuff, and obviously that reaches a different audience. But obviously we're talking about Chris Breezy here and his new album. Like you said, I hope it's not a 45 track.
It will be.
I really hope not.
I hope it's not.
I can't be bothered,
I ain't got
man.
time.
Like I like.
We
I
only
like
have
Chris.
24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
I need to sleep as well. It's-
So the new album is the working title is Brown. And from the two songs that he's released, Holy Blindfold and It Depends, how do we feel what's he going for here?
It depends, as in, that's the one with Bryson,
Yes.
and then a remix with Usher.
Yes.
Okay. I liked it.
Yeah.
Didn't love it. Won't be playing it in a month. Sorry, I'm just calling it as it is. Holy
Yeah.
Blindfold, I would not fussed for at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
My personal take.
Yeah, I haven't heard that second one, but obviously it depends on. Obviously, it had a big breakout with the.
Yeah, I think
dancing
it's
team and
been
stuff
ringing
like
off
that.
on TikTok, social media.
Yeah.
It's the
It's
clubs.
got a heavy beat to it.
Yeah.
Like a clever beat to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it almost got me. Almost got me tiptoeing on my dance toes.
How-
Not quite, but
Did we like Usher's remix?
I liked it. Biased, but I liked it.
I thought it was decent.
Yeah.
It was right. It could
It's
pass.
clever.
It was decent.
Yeah.
Not life changing.
Yeah.
Like I said, in a month, I think we forget about it. But it was clever.
Yeah.
You know, they seem to have, at least in the public eye,
They've got good chemistry.
have got a good chemistry,
Yeah.
a good relationship, one that hasn't really been documented so strongly in years past, where they've been compared. I haven't really seen them be like so like friendly.
Yeah.
But I feel like in the last year or so, suddenly it's like, this is my guy. Like, I love him to death. Like,
There was rumors that they had a fight or something at
Yeah.
some
Chris Brown
festival or
and
something.
Usher.
Yeah.
Someone punched someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
unsurprisingly, it was Chris.
I mean,
Rumored.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Yeah.
allegedly.
We ain't trying to get sued, y'all.
Allegedly.
I mean,
We
it doesn't-
still love you guys.
It doesn't surprise me. You know, I think that there's obviously, I think Chris has potential anger management issues on his side. Not trying to get sued. But then
Allegedly.
there's always, I reckon there will always be people that will try to test him and push him to react, and he will react basically. So,
Maybe, yeah.
maybe allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So there's this topic that's been floating around for many years now. Inner verses. In your
Yeah.
opinion, who would win?
So,
Chris Brown and Usher.
Yeah.
for me, I think the volume is a big part of that, because he can draw upon almost 700 songs, right? In my opinion, again, I say biased, but it's just because it's who I think is better, right?
Yeah.
I think pound for pound, Usher's better.
Okay.
Like, but I think, depending on how long a verses was,
Yeah.
if it was like 100-song verses, Chris Brown is eventually going to start to win.
Yeah.
700 songs.
Yeah. But I don't know, like, what would a verses be? 10 songs?
20
songs?
But I think they're thinking about condensing it down to 10, so more lesser known artists
it
can
also
participate.
depends. It also depends, right? So I'll be honest, I didn't really pay a massive mind to verses and stuff like that. I was more kind of in the original No Signal battles in lockdown,
in lockdown,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. And you could often find in those and similar places that did those more themed battles. So i.e. a round was about like play your best slow jam.
Yeah.
Round 2 was like play your best like party jam.
Yeah.
In a verses, is that the same, or is it literally just I'm just going to drop a hit, you're going to drop a
It's
hit?
song for song, yeah. Banger for banger, slap for
Because-
slap.
Because Chris has got more club bangers than
Yeah.
Usher.
Yeah.
So and realistically, if you are in a venue or if you're watching, especially if you're in a venue, and let's say Usher plays like You Got It Bad, right? Big tune, but it's slow, it's in your feels, but it's a massive song. And then Chris Brown responds by just dropping something and he starts like Crash Bandicoot dancing all over like, but it's a vibe, like, and it hits. That's always gonna take the lead, I think.
Yeah.
Like, people are gonna be like, "Oh, you got me
hyped
off my
up.
chair now." Yeah, hyped up. So
It
it's
depends.
not a like for like comparison.
Yeah. I think a lot of the time the artist who goes first kind of sets the tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then the guy who's going second has to either match
Match it.
or go in a completely different direction. So like you say, if Usher plays You Got It Bad, does Chris Brown try and match it with his best slow jam, Take You Down or whatever? Do you know what I mean? So, or does he just go completely left of field, as you say?
Well, if he goes left the field, then you might have people looking like, "Bro, what are you doing?
What are you doing here?"
Smashing it.
Yeah.
Like a DJ going from slow jams to flipping dance trance.
Oh,
and
Yeah.
I've seen one of those.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no names.
No.
I saw again, like with the verses. I've not seen many of them, but I've seen the infamous clip of Dipset versus the Locks,
Crazy
That
battle.
was
where
Crazy.
Jewels or someone was like they ain't got no hits for the ladies, and Jada was like,
Jada's like, what? Are you crazy?
Like that is the ultimate. Like that's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Just like, because it was purely off the cuff, wasn't it? And he was
Yeah.
just like, run this track,
Yeah.
run the next one, run the next, and it's just like, as
We outside.
Dipset, you're done.
Yeah.
You
Most
are
people thought
toast.
Dipset were going to win.
Yeah.
But the Locks and that,
the
they
Locks
came
have got
prepared, man.
undercover hits, like them ones that you forgot about. So
Yeah.
when they started going through them, it was like, oh yeah, this song, and then they're like, no, turn it off, next, and you're like, boom.
Yeah.
Jada Kiss was seasoned.
Yeah.
Like, that is a seasoned artist, man.
Yeah.
But then
Loved it.
what spoke to that, I guess, was the nostalgia of all of those things, and that's
Yeah.
when it comes to the verses. That's what plays through. We talk about nostalgia in music quite a lot. You know, what gets you up is the nostalgia, what you went through at that time of hearing that particular song, or you know, remembering a memory or whatever it was. You know, so
I saw this thing the other day that said about nostalgia, right?
Yeah.
And it said about our generation specifically. And I think people, if they're not already, are talking about our generation as the nostalgia generation. And the reason that it suggested that is because we're the generation who's gone through most change, especially with technology.
Yeah.
So we're the generation the only generation that remembers what it was like before technology took over.
Yeah, playing
We then
outside.
saw it come, like we did real things. We touched grass.
Literally.
And then we saw it introduced, and we grew with it, and now we're trying to hang on with everything that is now in existence now. So that's why we've seen so much change, and that's why we often look back with so much fondness, because it's gone. There's so much that's just gone. Nostalgia, man, it beats everything.
100%.
yeah, this Brown album, again, I hope it's not a hell of a lot of tracks with that all sound the same. That's the problem
They
that I've
do.
had. That his tracks, too many of his tracks sound the same.
Yeah.
I would like something different from him. I'd like to see that. So obviously we're talking about Usher's growing with his music's maturity. I'd like to see that from Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Him touching on different topics, maybe getting a bit personal, a bit more personal with his music.
That's why I think he's gone with his title. Because I
Yeah,
think
you're
the only
right.
other one, the only other personal one I think was Royalty, named after his daughter, right?
Yeah.
So he's gone with his surname here.
Yeah.
And
What would you like it to be? Aside from what you think it's going to be, what would you like it? So you want it to be stripped back.
15 tracks.
Yeah, and then
We all want less is more. That's, I'm sure everyone agrees on that. But in terms of the style, do you want to hear more?
Vulnerable.
A vulnerable Chris.
Yeah.
Like,
A slow jam.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we've partied enough now.
Yeah.
to equate it in
Tired,
rap
Chris,
terms,
tired.
I want this to be his 444.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Like a real.
Grown man.
Some grown man shit. We've done all the partying. We know
You're not
these
rapping
girls ain't
about
loyal.
porno.
Yeah, we know that. We know all about that shit. We want to hear when you're in your mansion in LA and it's cold and you miss that girl, or you miss your mum who might be in, where's he from, Virginia?
Yeah.
Like you miss your family back home, like some real grown man shit. That's what we want to hear. He's got how many? He's got a few kids now as well, right? He's got like 3 kids now, I think. So you want to hear some dad stuff.
Yeah.
I got a question on Chris Brown solely. Obviously, there's 2 sides to him. We know that he's got he's got some good slow jams. He's got some big party jams. Pick one of each as your favourites off the dome, without too much thought.
Loyal.
Okay, so slow jam.
Loyal
for me.
as the
Party jam.
For me, the slow jam is Hope You Do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love that song.
Damn. Okay.
Slow jam,
Either or. What comes? to
slow
mind?
jam, Take You Down.
Take You Down's got to be
That-
up there.
Yeah.
I love Say Goodbye as well,
Ooh.
but I think my one genuinely is Under the Influence.
I thought he was going to say Winner.
No.
Winner was in my head.
Yeah.
Because that's
Winner
a very nostalgic tune that takes me
Yeah.
back to a time where I went abroad.
Oh, ain't no way.
What was her name?
Exactly. What was her name?
Was she loyal?
I can't remember.
Karuch.
She was, you know. She sent me a letter from all the way back home.
You okay?
No. That's the go.
Have a cookie now.
Sorry, we ain't got cherries.
Yeah.
You started already.
How long?
How long did it? No, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. That's about an hour and a half.
30
That's not
minutes
bad.
in.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
did
bad.
good.
Yeah. Okay, so you went with Loyal as the party tune.
Yeah.
I'm also going to jump on that bandwagon.
Mm.
That's my party song.
Same.
of his. Really?
Same. Yeah, banger.
Full House?
I think so.
Yeah. That's an unbelievable song.
I think
I
it's
think
just.
so.
I think it's just the way it just starts to introduce, and then obviously Lil Wayne. Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Even Tiger, he
Tiger
held his
killed
own
that.
on that.
Yeah, he might as well.
Like-
He killed that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Tiger made an appearance at the concert here.
Yeah.
Oh,
When I
Breezyville.
went, yeah.
You went
Yeah. Yeah,
out
it
of
was,
10.
You know what? I'd give it a 7.5.
See, I'd expect higher for Breezy.
The only reason why, it literally was song after song. It was like bang, 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 bang.
Mhm.
It's very entertaining, very good, very nice. There was hardly any interaction. Whereas when we
Yeah.
went to Usher,
Yeah.
he was there was a lot going on.
Are you generally, just so I got a full understanding, are you generally an Usher over Chris Brown? Or,
Oh, I wish you never asked this.
because these two, I'm saying the answer is yes. Right?
Yeah.
You're
I love
Usher over
Yeah.
Chris
I
Brown.
love Usher. I love Usher.
Yeah.
I love Chris
But-
Brown too.
Okay. So yours is a bit more kind of
I like.
equal.
Yeah, I
But
don't know.
But that's interesting. The reason I ask you is because what you said about the difference in their concerts
Yeah.
is exactly what I would say. But as I'm very much more leaning towards Usher.
Okay.
We saw Chris Brown in Dublin some 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and there were hits. He was doing his crazy dancing, zero interaction with the crowd.
Yeah.
It seemed that, and this is a long time ago to be fair, so I'm interested to hear that it maybe hasn't changed that much, but it seemed like zero kind of concern about what the crowd want. He's just like, I'm just going to run. And there was a real bad moment where he brought on, who was the people
Was
that
it
he brought
6-7?
No.
The rap group,
No, it was like a UK rap group, like a massive. There's so many of them, and I can't remember.
Blazing Squad.
No, it weren't that bad.
You did say.
Do you know what though? It would have been more entertaining because
Stop, really?
were they like drill artists?
yeah,
Yeah, I think it was 6-7.
no, it's not.
You
I'd
sure?
know it if I heard it. Whoever it was, right? They came on. There must have been about 20 of them, and all it was just one guy would spit, and we're not talking 16s. He's doing like a 64 or something like that, and then he passes over to his boy, and he said, and Chris Brown's just like I said, Chris Brown, Bandicoot in the background, just like pop lock into like all this drill, and it's just like we're not having fun. People are going to the toilet, people are just having conversations.
Yeah.
Like
Section
I've got
boys.
space. Section boys, thank you.
That's it.
Well remembered.
Section boys.
It was so. Why would you bring out Section Boys at a Chris Brown concert?
Yeah.
Make it make
In
sense.
Dublin.
Yeah.
In Dublin.
Yeah. I don't think it was the right setup for them. That wasn't the right place for
No.
them to do that. Yeah.
It just didn't feel like he had an awareness and or a concern for what the people would want. It was just like he wanted to put them on, but it's like you said, it's not the right time.
Yeah,
if I'm here to see Krypton Conan and Section Boys come out, fine,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Similar. Yeah.
But this time around, he was actually doing about 50 songs back to back, and we were standing there for 2 hours going, yeah.
And
Oof,
but I bet it was like 50 hits,
It was
Yeah.
literally banger.
better
No
after
filler.
It's out of that
It was
700.
banger after banger.
but no storyline, no nothing. Just
No,
just
we had
hits.
some visuals, when they were changing their clothes and all of that stuff, but he wasn't talking to us, or like there was no other
Like, how you guys doing?
entertainment.
Thank you
Yeah.
for coming, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's what
Yeah,
one of the
there's no
reasons that
interaction
I've
like
always
that.
put Usher above. Personally, I prefer his music. That's just personal taste. But when I've seen the both of them live, Usher tells a story.
Yeah.
He really interacts. He's an entertainer on a different level. Chris
Yeah.
entertains. Dance is entertainment.
Yeah, 100%.
But Usher can dance. Usher can sing live. And when we saw Chris, I wasn't wildly impressed with his vocal. But yeah, like the last concert with the cherries and stuff, like obviously we joke, stuff.
I'm trying.
But like,
I'm trying.
but he just wandered around for a period of time,
Yeah.
just like nice music. I think it would doom 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 doom. Off the
handle it?
yeah, can you handle it?
Yeah.
And he would just occasionally just run a riff or something like that, and then we'd just move on to the next person. Genuine entertainment, laughter, and stuff like that. Like top tier, man.
And that's what a lot of people then, excusing me, a lot of people came to the concert for eventually, because it obviously went viral online as well.
Yeah.
You know, the way people were accepting the cherries and that stuff. So yeah,
Accepting the
entertaining.
cherries.
Willingly.
Now, these are two of the best R&B artists that we have had. Like, this is the Ronaldo versus Messi in the football terms. And sometimes, yeah, fair point. And sometimes I think like we should just, rather than compare and say who's best, we should just appreciate that we've had them in the same generation, right? Especially in a generation now,
Yeah.
where we are now turning to artists that don't exist, right?
That's right.
These AI artists are scary.
How are we feeling about AI?
Scary.
Depends on what context we talk about it in,
Agreed.
because I don't think that AI hasn't existed already
Correct.
in music.
Bingo.
It's just to the extent of how that AI exists.
Yeah. Elaborate.
Well, when we, in general, when we talk about, when we first started talking about AI, and that applies to everything, all industries and stuff, you know, it was originally talked about as a tool to assist, to help with. And as the years have gone by, you know, the fear is that tool is now being used to replace rather than assist.
Yeah.
And so now that we've seen, I don't know the name of the artist, but producer dude, I know you could probably help us out.
Zania Monet.
That's the one.
Yeah.
You created a whole AI artist
Yeah.
to replace.
Yeah.
And eventually someone was going to cross that bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sadly, it was someone like Timbaland. I thought better of him to do stuff like this as a pioneer many generations over, to outright invest in I was going to say artists, but it's not, because AI, you know, if you've even touched it, you can go onto a chat GPT with zero creativity, zero ideas in your own brain and say, I need this, and it will go, there it is. And you can, from what I've understood, you can literally type something like, write me a song in the style of Usher, you know, about XYZ, and it will do it.
Yeah.
Like, just like that.
Oh,
And
that's
then
scary.
and then what you can also do with AI is that you can take text to vocal.
Yeah.
Now, that is all completely like just zero creativity, nothing at all. There are other instances where, and I've personally meddled with this myself, where you could record yourself singing a song that you've written, a song that you have sung by yourself, and then put it into an engine that changes the voice. Now, I can also understand why people wouldn't be happy with that. There have been situations in the past where, but I can't sing. But I've been able to use AI to make something that sounds marginally better.
Yeah.
But it's also with something like autotune.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
what is the
exactly.
difference between autotune and AI when used in that circumstance?
Yeah.
Not a massive difference.
Yeah.
So if autotune is acceptable, AI in that circumstance, I personally think
Yeah.
is more acceptable.
So
But
to
when-
assist rather than replace. Basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But to utilize it just to create out of nothing, I can't get on board with that.
So there's an
At
AI.
all.
There's an AI artist called Zania Monet. She's been in the news recently this week because she has received a multi-million-dollar record deal, and she's got a Billboard charting single. So the person who created her is actually a poet by the name of Talisha Jones, and she uses ChatGPT to convert her poems into songs for this artist.
No, I'm not having that.
So could you argue that there is still a form of creativity?
There is a form. So when you were saying that at the start, I was like, okay, well, this is different. But then you turn the corner and it goes into a place where it's not acceptable, I think.
But her point would be like, well, I can't sing.
Yeah, but try. Or get someone else to do it. Have you heard of being a songwriter?
Yeah. Ghostwriter, whatever it is.
Yeah.
There is a legitimate profession called being a songwriter.
I feel like it's a very unfair thing to do for artists anyway. There's real people that are struggling to try and make it.
To break through.
Yeah.
And then there's
But it's
computer.
also, you're taking away from what people's natural talent is. And it means shit now.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a talent to sing,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter now,
Yeah.
does it?
Where does this money go to?
That's what, yeah.
So I think the publishing will go to the person who wrote the song.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest. Where the 3 million, it's a 3 million deal.
Yeah, that's what I don't get.
Who's getting that money?
There's a label deal for £3 million or dollars or whatever.
Because really, when it's
Been signed for that.
because when it's a human, the money goes to the marketing, the studios, the producers, the budget for the
But
artists.
none of that exists.
But there is none of that. So
Do you know what this feels like? It feels, what were those things called? NFTs. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Just someone just made up some
Non-fungible
bullshit.
tokens,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it was just like, oh, this costs $1 million.
Yeah.
And someone's like, oh, here's my Monopoly money. Like, you now have £1 million for something that doesn't exist. And then everyone was just like, oh yeah, that was nonsense. Let's just stop that.
Has that gone by already?
That's just gone.
Is that dead now?
it died.
Yeah. Imagine you dropped peas on that. Good.
I swear Justin Bieber did like something mad, like he dropped millions or something.
What, on an NFT?
I think
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised.
There were people who bought into that sort of stuff, literally, which is just...
So. I never
But
understood
do you know what? I think not to sidetrack away from the subject, I think it just came at a similar time where, obviously, Bitcoins and all that stuff took off, and they saw NFTs as the next big thing.
Yeah.
So everyone wanted to jump on it early because they saw how meteoric Bitcoin's rise was.
Damn, Justin Bieber invested 1.3 million in 2022 on a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT. That same NFT is worth 70,000 now.
Justin, I've got an NFT that you can invest in as well.
Invest in me.
Invest in me.
Wow. If you... how much did he spend on it?
1.2 million.
And it's worth 70k.
Yeah.
If someone offered you 70k for it now, would you bother selling it? I feel like there's no point.
What's the point?
In the grand scheme of
Yeah.
that. Like, if you're Justin Bieber, like, listen, if someone wants to offer me 70k for some nonsense, you can have it.
Yeah.
I will accept your offer. But for him, nah. Surely you may as well just hang on to it and just stand by your
Might as well.
nonsense.
He's got to stand 10 toes down now.
Yeah, real talk.
And it'll be worth something, touch wood obviously, but if something happened to his life, whatever, it'll be worth something. It'll probably be worth close to that.
That's true.
You never know, it could come back around. Even like you said, Bitcoin, crypto and stuff, like it had a massive surge, then it massively crashed. I think it's kind of picked up, but not to the same degree that it so maybe it would be the same, but surely not.
So we're just going back to the AI topic. We're not fans of what Timbaland's doing, creating an AI artist and this other artist, Zania Monet. But Nemo, you and I spoke about your guy Eric Bellinger.
Yeah, I saw it.
He's created a label or something where he's championing AI artists. But with him, he's saying that he's writing and singing all the songs himself, but just changing the voices for the AI artist.
Yeah.
So essentially, all the money goes back to him.
To him and his label that he's created. Yeah.
I think he's been a bit smart about it.
Yeah.
So why is that different to Timbaland? Oh, because he's writing it himself. Is that why?
Yeah, but Timbaland is using it. Timbaland is changing the whole game.
Yeah.
He went from being a pioneer.
Yeah.
And doing all of this stuff by himself, using all the instruments and doing everything.
Yeah.
To now using a program.
Yeah. And what you could argue is, do you move with the times? Which I think is what he thinks he's doing, but I think he's way off on this one.
I think this one is a bad idea.
So where's it going then? What's the predictions?
I don't think it's going away.
Will AI artists, are they here to stay?
Yeah, you know what's scary? The where it is now,
Yeah.
it's only gonna get better.
Yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
And
I guess
that's
the thing is sometimes
it is scary.
sometimes like AI imagery obviously is like you can create, again, like I said, you can put some words into a system and it will pump out like a video of something.
Yeah.
But people are starting to notice the difference. People, their brains are being trained. The human brain is being trained to notice what the difference is, right?
Yeah.
Could the same happen with music? That you will start to pick up on nuances of just different bits, like that it just won't sound natural.
Yeah.
And the power will shift again. Maybe, hopefully.
That could be one of the things. I think maybe, I don't know who are the godfathers of the music industry at the moment. I think it's up to them to turn around and say,
No,
we don't know.
The Taylor Swifts,
Yeah.
the people with big like
Yeah.
sway in the industry. Yeah.
That's it. That's what it's going to take for it to maybe go away, be pushed to the side. But until then, people push the boundaries, play with it, see where it takes them. I mean, this the Eric Bellinger thing. Obviously, he's doing all the creativity himself. That's great and everything, and he probably has thought of this already. He's also got to think about, he's putting his voice into a program that he doesn't own. If he does that, do the company own the program now have rights to his voice?
They own the master.
Like, there you go. Could they reproduce that as and when they want, regardless of what he wants? So that's another thing that these artists, and like say Timbaland needs to put, unless he's built his own program, Timbaland. But those are the kind of things that you got to think about, because just like in social medias and the TikToks and the Instagrams, as soon as you post something on there, you don't own it no more. You know, so
That's a good point.
Yeah, I think the Eric Bellinger situation is better than the Timbaland, but at the same time, why not just be Eric Bellinger?
Yeah.
You are a talented individual. He can sing, he can write. Like, yeah, he's dope, man. And it's just like, just be you. Like, is it not enough?
So, food for thought on that. Would you say Eric Bellinger is recognised enough
No.
for what he does?
Absolutely not.
So I think
But
that's why he's done it. You know, like sometimes you've got, take a manager of a shop, sometimes, or like a little mum and pop store. They're like, oh, if only I could split myself in two and have two of me running this shop. You know, I think that's what he's tried to do. He's so talented, and like you say, he's so good at what he does. I think he's just tried to create more of him.
I get that, but like his biggest songs are not his songs.
Yeah,
he's a songwriter, right? Yeah. So does he not get enough credit for what he does? No, but that's the life of a songwriter.
100%.
So songwriters sit in the background, and often, unless people genuinely care and go to look, are not known. That's kind of, it's part of the game, rightly or wrongly. The person at the forefront is the star, but equally, that being said, as per the conversation that we've had, the songwriter is the one that makes the money, not the artist at the forefront. So is there anything wrong with just being a songwriter? And he can sing as well, so he's also an artist. But he's made songs for Chris Brown, he's made songs for Usher. Like, so he's not going to be doing bad, is he? Like, how is there any different to what he's doing for AI? AI is just an Usher or a Chris Brown, no? Except that he's choosing how it sounds. He's literally recording it, and it's just taking on his style, but maybe becoming a female voice, for example. But yeah, unless it's just like he's got songs that maybe the Ushers and Chris Browns don't want to take.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
And also, I think maybe he wants more with creating new things and just moving with the times, because it's inevitable. Like, we can't beat AI.
Maybe that's what it is. He's
Turn the computers off.
Pull the plug out.
Maybe that's, Nims, you're onto something. Maybe he's kind of foreseen something that we don't have the foresight on at the moment, and he's just trying to get ahead of it. Just like you say, new genres of music that maybe because he's so indoctrinated with sort of like the R&B kind of side of things. What if he did want to dip his toes into another genre, which not many of those artists would come to him for?
That's an interesting perspective.
Kind of, rather than waiting for his artists to come to him, he's using this AI tool to assist him and say, look, I can write for you guys. Here's something I put together, and this is how it would sound.
It's a country song or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no country artist would maybe take him up on. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, to mention, obviously Beyonce's, tried to break that barrier into country music for a few artists and stuff, and there are people making that venture. Maybe, Eric wants to slice that pie as well, or maybe somewhere else kind of thing, and this is the way to kind of help him push into that direction. But it's all speculation at the end of the day.
Yeah. I will say on Eric Bellinger, right, one thing, because it kind of feels like a little, not massively like bashing him, but like a bit negative. I will say Eric Bellinger is responsible for what I consider to be the best R&B Christmas album of all time.
Ooh.
Which is?
Oh, I can't remember what the name is. No, I think it's called A Lonely Christmas or something. There's certainly
the guy is so talented. I love him so much.
There's certainly a song called A Lonely Christmas.
Is it Easy Christmas?
That doesn't ring a bell. Give me 1 sec. He's got
to say like he wrote a Christmas album for someone like
your favourite Christmas songs. I think it came out, and that's 2013. We're going way back. Is it more recent than that?
Oh yeah, he did a really nice song on there with Omarion called "Waiting for You." That's a proper good R&B Christmas song, but it was before that. I can't find it now.
So we released a Christmas album in 2023 called Easy Christmas.
Excuse me, I'm mixing him up. It's Bryson Tiller. I knew he had a good Christmas album as well, Eric Bellinger. But the one that I genuinely think is like unbelievable is Bryson Tiller's. Yeah. And I think that one is called A Lonely Christmas, or at least, like I said, there's a song on there called that.
So what are we saying are the best Christmas songs?
R&B, I assume.
R&B Christmas songs, yeah.
Like, hands down, Let It Snow, Boyz II Men.
Oof. What a song.
I don't think that can be debated.
That's, for me,
yeah.
I don't want to hear Mariah Carey.
That's R&B.
Yeah, her one's not really R&B, I guess.
Mistletoe, Justin Bieber. No Takers. I think that's a good song, man.
It's a good song, but it's not Boyz II Men.
You might prefer it,
Bryson's album is called A Different Christmas. It was released in 2021.
Yeah.
It's got songs like Presents featuring Kiana Lede, and Lonely Christmas, which features Justin Bieber, but I don't remember. No, the one I'm thinking of is Ain't a Lonely Christmas song featuring Taylor Parks.
Yeah.
Taylor Parks, sorry. That's a really nice album. Like, it's because, and the reason I say it's the best is because it's genuinely, so like you sent me the Coco Jones song the other day.
Yeah.
It weren't really Christmassy. Like,
no,
it
had some
just
bells
a little
in
sprinkle.
it. Yeah.
This is like legit Christmas sounds.
Yeah.
All the songs are about Christmas, but it's like R&B and it's like really listenable, which I think for Christmas songs is a hard thing to do, make something genuinely listenable and also super Christmassy, because we've all got that retail like PTSD.
Yeah.
But I really, certainly as an album, that's the one I put there as the best album, best single. I think it has to be Boyz II Men, but maybe honourable mentions. Yeah, there's that Eric Bellinger and Omarion, more of a modern, I don't know, modern classic might be strong, but two artists I really like. It's called Waiting for You. That's a good song.
I'll have to check that out. Destiny's Child had one a few years ago, 8 Days of Christmas.
Yeah.
Great song.
Yeah.
And like you said, really in keeping with the theme, but still a good standalone song by itself, regardless.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Any others on there?
You know what?
You already said Chris Brown, didn't you?
Chris Brown.
Did we say Chris Brown?
It's Giving Christmas, that one.
This Christmas.
This Christmas.
Yeah. That's probably the one I'd go to.
That was a cover, I think.
B2K? They had a Christmas
Yeah,
album.
they did have a music. Yeah,
They had what?
They had a the 14-year-old in me will fight you. don't try me.
That's a forgettable
Yeah,
one. That one, 'cause I never
don't.
heard they
It's
had
not.
one.
No, they had a Christmas album.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
One
I'm
of the
seeing a
songs
song.
was by Julie
I don't know
or
this
something.
song. I don't. Was it?
Okay.
Did you just mention this? Chris Brown and LMA this Christmas
Oh
or this
yeah,
Xmas?
they sampled. I think it's SWV on that one.
Oh damn!
Ooh.
Okay, I might
I
have to check
think-
that out.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yams. Obviously, we don't eat yams here. Really, is that a Christmas dish or more of a Thanksgiving?
I think.
Yeah, because there's a song on here, albeit by Fetty Wap. It's not really R&B, but Sweet Yams. But then it made me think of another song called Yams. Is it Masego?
Oh yes.
he sing it?
Yeah.
And that's a banger, but it's
Yeah.
not Christmassy at all.
Because it's Fetty Wap, is he actually talking about food? Because
That's what I'm thinking. That's the metaphor.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's talking about some different yams.
I think he's
Yeah.
talking about eating something else.
It's on a Christmas R&B mix, which... Oh, that's one that I might have to listen to. A song called Mistletoe by James Fauntleroy and Mater.
Meta.
Mater,
Yeah.
She's
I
good,
like her,
but
and
he
he's
is
incredible.
Sick.
Yeah, we need to dedicate a topic to him on the next pod, because he's
Super talented.
he's up there, man. He's one of
Yeah.
those guys.
What's his name again?
James Fauntleroy.
Has he not written for like
Everyone.
He's
He
written
does a
Yeah.
lot,
for
yeah.
everyone.
He's written
Yeah.
for everyone, but he can also sing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's got a really good singing voice.
Yeah.
There's one on here that you'd like, JK, from by Slim of 112.
Oh god.
It's called Christmas Wish.
Oh god. What, a solo song from Slim?
Yeah. Actually, funny one. I saw that he released a song recently by himself.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to listen to this and I'm going to throw this in your direction and say, who of Jagged Edge is still doing this? I listened to it. I was like, I am not bringing that up. It's so
I
bad.
think Q. Is it Q?
Q, yeah.
Yeah, he released.
He's still
something by
putting up
himself as
music, yeah.
Damn. Yeah. James Fauntleroy, another one, Bad, Bad, Bad. It says it's a Christmas song. Might have to check those out.
Speaking of recommendations, guys, what are your songs for our segment Put Me On? One UK artist that you want to tell us about, a song that you really love of theirs that you want to put us on with.
Well, I'm gonna.
I guess go first.
Yeah, Hardy go first, because I'm gonna let you guys put me on, because you know, and I'm sure there's others like me who, you know, haven't delved as much into the latest R&B. He's still trapped in the nostalgia of, you know, the noughties and the 90s and stuff. So I'm gonna let you guys put me on to, you know, a few of your own artists, and hopefully the next time I appear on this podcast, I'll be able to fill in a few opinions about your suggestions.
He grabbed the microphones to say that as well.
Yeah.
I thought he was
serious.
I thought he was going to break out into song. I thought he was going to be like, you want an artist to put you on to? I'll give you an
Watch
artist.
this.
Okay, so my artist, her name is Nia Grace. It's
Okay.
called I Can't Love You the Same. And I love that song. And I think you should add it to your...
I'm doing it right now. You're going to put me on. I'll
Yeah.
add that to my playlist.
Perfect.
What are you? How are you familiar with Nia Grace? Like, where she, you know, where did she, I guess, start her journey, or was it actually?
I think
just
she's
an album, or
I think
EP,
she's
or-
a very small artist, a
Yeah.
UK artist. She's very... I don't think a lot of people know her. But I stumbled across her, is it one of the songs that came as recommended
Mhm.
Yeah.
after I finished an album, obviously, but I've skipped through some of her songs. She's very, very talented,
Okay.
and that's my favourite song.
It says here she's based in Manchester.
Okay.
So shout out to Nia Grace.
From Manny. One more time on the song. What's it called?
I Can't Love You the Same.
Jeez, that sounds like I'm gonna need.
Some tissues, some
Yeah.
cherries.
We need you one more.
Okay.
I've got one here by an artist called James Vickery.
Oh yeah, James Vickery.
Yeah, he's been around for a little minute. Really nice voice. He's got a song that I love off his latest album called James, and the song is called Butter. So from the title, you can kind of guess it's that smooth, soft, sultry R&B. I think it's a great song. So yeah, check it out. James Vickery, Butter.
Okay. My one for this week that I'm going to put you on is by an artist called Lost Girl. So she's from Reading. She first came to my attention more on the garage scene. She made very modern garage music, which for certainly when she was doing it, it kind of really wasn't such a thing. I think garage is getting a bit of a resurgence again, and you're getting a lot more kind of vocal garage tracks. But I felt like she was maybe just in there a touch sooner than everyone else. And I really like the music that she made. But I actually think she's one of those artists that maybe did that as to get the entrance in to then showcase what she actually wants to do. Because I think in more recent times she's been doing more kind of R&B music. And there's a song that she released in October called No Love. I would put you on to that one. She's got a really nice voice, like I said, for garage or R&B. She's got a few nice R&B songs, but the most recent one being No Love. She also did a song with Naughty Boy recently. Don't listen to that, dead. But this song, No Love, Lost Girl, consider yourself put on.
Right, I feel like Lost Girl, I feel like I may have seen her perform at a concert one time. I can't remember whether it was a J. Cole concert or someone I went to see. But I do remember the name coming up on the back screen. I was thinking, oh, who's this?
She's really good.
Yeah,
I'd highly recommend.
Nemo, who was the artist that opened up for El Mean when we saw him? Was it Nia? Was it Nia something? Nia Smith, I think it may. I think that might have been her.
I think it was Nia Smith.
Yeah. So I thought it was the same artist you recommended, not Nia Grace.
No, Nia Grace.
Cool.
I think we're done for today. Marlon, thank you for joining us.
I appreciate
it.
It's been a
Thanks
pleasure
for having
me.
having you in the building.
Appreciate that. Appreciate my cold brew as well.
Yeah.
Come
That's
back
what you
anytime.
get. We'll bring more cherries next time, yeah?
Oh, good.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
We'll explain that on another episode. Not just too much.
Today's not the day.
Today's not the day.
But yeah, don't forget, right?
Don't
Like,
forget, guys.
Subscribe,
Any
comment, share, follow. Where are we at? Instagram,
Yeah.
Rhythm and Blues podcast, Brews even, to train. But yeah, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for listening to the Rhythm and Brews podcast. To lock into our every movement, make sure you subscribe and follow us on all socials at Rhythm and Brews podcast.